The starting five for your Washington Wizards. At forward, 6'6", number 24, Harry Ginsberg. Starting at point guard, standing 6'5", number 55, Delon Wright. At forward, 6'9", number 33, Kyle Kuzma. At guard, 6'3", number 3, Bradley Beal. The man in the middle, 7'3", number 6, Kristaps Porzingis.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. We've got Durant all out there with Paul. Then there's Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the four-man position. And for the Wizards, Kuzma will step in at the 4. With Porzingis at center. White is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Kispert in at the small 4. Well, we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
Now here's Paul. Traps in the tray.
Well, over the years, Chris Paul has been such an efficient three-point shooter. He stretches the floor. You've got to honor his ability to shoot it with range.
Here's Wright. It's a three-point game. And Paul over to help. And Porzingis puts up a deep 3. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of.
The previous play is under review.
Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Give him a round of applause.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Ayton against Porzingis. Kuzma kicks to Wright, 5 to shoot. The pass to Porzingis. In close, he hits it.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
And here is Wright, following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Porzingis with a screen on ball. Releases from 15, and it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Beal. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
The shot's good from Paul. And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical. Easy finish for KP.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Wright finds Kuzma. Here's the screen. Beal against Ball. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Yeah, Porzingis, because he's a scoring threat, that's going to open up opportunities for him to find his teammates.
Ball fires from way outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Passes to Wright. Kispert wide open. He fires. And it's all evened up.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Phoenix. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well.
Well, right now for the Suns, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Paul from deep three-point land. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already, he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Phoenix making some changes. Warren's checked in for Okogie. Torrey Craig comes in for Kevin Durant. And Murray subbed in for Chris Paul.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years. Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Murray, no good. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And here is Morris. After DeJounte Murray was able to get the triple. Out to Kuzma. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
And the Wizards making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And it's in there.
But you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Kuzma outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Suns trail about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren.
First team.
That's his first foul. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Kuzma against Warren. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Second 6. For the screen on Warren. Oh, good on the 3. And the Suns call time.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the team, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Wizards Lakers. Let's give him a big hand.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points.
That's the end of the first
Wizards
quarter.
out front. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
22. DC family, your Wizards, UNC.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. We've got Durant. LaMelo Ball is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's Williams. And it's Okogie in at the center, locking down the middle. And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me. And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
Well, the Washington Wizards trying to get their organization on track. I think bringing in Wes Unseld to lead that coaching staff is critical. Maintaining your tie to Bradley Beal is equally important. But boy, guys, it has been a while since they've had real success. Their last finals trip, 1979.
Count it good.
You can make the case this is the premier shooting guard in the league. Bradley Beal is tough to stop.
Here's Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
3-point field goal.
Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Wizards trail by 4. And Doris, what do you think the Wizards need to make a deeper run at the playoffs?
Well, ambition is certainly a good place to start, but you have got to understand this is a process. And I think the change in management, the change in head coaching position, and the acquisition of someone like Kyle Kuzma, who's a multi-positional wing player that's important. Still a lot of questions for this organization.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Here's Porzingis from down in the low post. It goes. Porzingis has got 8 points. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Right, the pass to Beal. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA. Bradley Beal from deep, yes, sir.
Paul for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Paul with the steal. Ball from long range. Washington with the rebound. The Suns beat them last time these two teams met in Phoenix.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. And Doris, when healthy, do you think Porzingis can still be an all-star caliber player in this league?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I absolutely do. Porzingis very capable nightly of giving you 20 and 10. And at 7'3", because he can space up and make jump shots, he is always valuable. The key to me is two things. Stay healthy and make sure you're locked in defensively. He can be a great shot blocker. I think he needs to lock in there. In a pick-and-roll game, the length and athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a big-time problem.
Warren, good.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
There's the double team with Warren. .52 seconds left here in the second. And there's the call on DeAndre. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team.
Wizards making a switch here. Nunn's checked in.
For your Wizard, Andrew.
51 seconds left now here in the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Shoots. Kuzma pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
With the drive, here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, we know that when Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm, he can string together a stretch of play where he is sustaining an offense.
None against Craig. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Paul with the 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Washington. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. High-scoring affair, Brad. How would you assess the first half?
We got to defend. We're not going to outscore this team. We got some of the best scorers in the world. We got to defend. That's the only way we're going to win. So, second half, we got to be a lot better.
We'll see how that turns, Brad. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but we'll be right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
So far, their shot selection has been excellent. They're finding their spots. They have to feel very good about that.
Yeah, but they have to stay focused. This is not a time to get cocky.
Okay, now we'll look at some of the players who could be a part of the dunk contest during All-Star break.
It's early in the season, but let's glance at the candidates for this year's dunk contest. Some of the game's top athletes in the spotlight.
Man, these guys practice their dunks for countless hours, man. They know their fans are expecting a show.
Make the first dunk.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And so it's Washington with it. 3-point lead. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. Wright is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Kispert in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
And he makes that one.
just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, die-hard fans in the DMV, it seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Suns trail by 6. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. He signed a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
Phoenix calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Washington. And here is Wright. After DeJounte Murray was able to get the triple. The shot's good from Gafford.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The deep 3 from Murray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Kuzma, right side. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
On deep. Murray, no good. Wizards leading by 8.
And it's the growth of Murray as a distributor that has really proved to be a great point guard. There were questions about that early in his career.
It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Murray's got 21 in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Wright, the pass to Kuzma. Wright sets a screen for Kuzma. Takes it off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 7. And Greg, you can see it. Murray has really improved his passing.
Has a great sense of the court and spacing. Reads defense as well and can direct his teammates. Could see him being an elite passer in no time.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Washington making some changes. Island's checked in, and Monte Morris subbed in for DeLon Wright. Warren's checked in for Phoenix. Torrey Craig comes in for Kevin Durant. Beal up and in from the low block. Beal's got 14.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Murray, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here is Morris. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Got that one.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
He's doing everything he can to put this game to bed, and great score there to help his team.
Morris with a screen on Williams. Pass to Highland. Shoots the 3. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Now Beal following the 3-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. It's good. And now it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
The deep 3 from Murray. That one no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
and they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Murray looking around. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Wizards lead by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
74. DC Family, your Wizards.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Paul out there with Jones. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's KD in at the 3. And the dunk by Wright.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
All right, thank you, David. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they got to bring the double team in.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
I like this throwback approach they've taken, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Chris Paul. Jones against Nunn. Porzingis sets the pick for Nunn. From 10 feet out. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Porzingis has got 21.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Paul with the 3. It's good from long range.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
To tie it up. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He got loose from downtown the first half, now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
DC Family.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Phoenix also making a switch. Ball's checked in. And it's Wright with the ball for the Washington Wizards. They've led by as much as 10. To the wing on the left. Now, here's Kispert. Guarded by KD. Here's Porzingis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 23.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Right, the pass to Kuzma. Outside, Porzingis. Rebound by Okogie.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Got that one up quick. Paul's got 12 points in just the second half.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
To the middle, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Okogie, the pass to Ayton. Rebound, Washington. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Kispert with it, guarded now by Durant. Right, looking around. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And that one, good. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Now, White following Durant's three-point attempt. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight. Washington calls timeout. They trail by 1. There's 1:17 left in the 4th. Bradley Beal's checked in for Washington. And a change for the Suns. Murray's checked in for Chris Paul.
Your Wizards dancer.
Porzingis finds Wright.
Substitution on the court.
Beal against Ball. Bradley Beal, and that's good. Beal's got 19 points.
He's got to embrace the moment, and Beal shining brightly.
Timeout on the floor. Suns timeout.
Here's Ball. Shot from the inbound, and the layup is up and in. Ball's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, LaMelo Ball relishes these moments. That young man has no fear.
Here's Beal. Pass to Kuzma. And it's Kispert in the corner. Gets the 3 to fall.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove the time. 4th quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Now here's Beal. Good!
That's a big-time delivery from Bradley Beal.
Right against Murray. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
But that's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
So it's Phoenix now, and a deep 3 from Murray. Over Wright. Murray, no good. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Stolen by Ball.
Great D there. Just quick hands on that one.
LaMelo Ball is never rattled. Doesn't matter how close the score or what the situation. This guy unafraid of big shots.
When they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Wizards. Bradley Beal. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
Bradley Beal is an elite offensive player, and now the pressure is on at the foul line. Can he come through?
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Murray against Wright. From downtown, bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Let's show them why we're the best fans in the NBA.
Beal from deep three-point. Oh, he nailed it!
How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kristaps, you got it going early tonight. What got you into that rhythm early?
Just from the beginning, being focused, knocking down the first couple of shots, you starting to feel good, and we just keep going.
Well, you had the flow tonight, man, and it led to the win. Congrats. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.